Have you ever wondered about the leaders who shaped the nations of the Caribbean? Today, we are diving deep into the life and career of a pivotal figure in Trinidad and Tobago's history. Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning, the country's fourth Prime Minister. His journey is a fascinating story of ambition, politics, and a deep commitment to his nation. Patrick Manning was born on August 17, 1946, in the vibrant city of San Fernando, which is often called the industrial capital of Trinidad and Tobago. Growing up in this southern hub, he was immersed in a community known for its resilience and strong spirit. He attended Presentation College in San Fernando, one of the country's most prestigious secondary schools, where he excelled academically. This early education laid the foundation for his future endeavors. Hey everyone, just a quick pause. If you're finding this interesting and want to learn more about the leaders who shaped our world, please take a moment to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel. Really helps us bring you more stories like this one. Thanks so much. Now, let's get back to Patrick Manning's journey. After completing his secondary education, Manning's thirst for knowledge took him to the Mona campus of the University of the West Indies in Jamaica. There, he pursued a Bachelor of Science degree in Geology, graduating with honors in 1969. His choice of study was significant, as Trinidad and Tobago's economy has long been driven by its oil and gas sector. With his geology degree in hand, he was perfectly positioned to enter this vital industry before stepping into the political arena. Patrick Manning worked as a geologist for Texaco Trinidad Incorporated, which was later acquired by the state and became part of Petrotrin. This experience gave him invaluable first-hand knowledge of the country's most important economic engine. He understood the intricacies of the energy sector, from exploration to production, which would prove to be a massive asset later in Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning's political career. Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning of Trinidad and Tobago wasn't just a politician talking about oil and gas. Patrick Augustus Mervyn Manning of Trinidad and Tobago was someone who had worked in the trenches and understood the oil industry's complexities from the ground up. His political journey began in 1971. At the young age of 24, he was elected to the House of Representatives, representing the San Fernando East constituency. This was a remarkable achievement for someone so young. He joined the People's National Movement, or PNM, the party founded by the nation's first Prime Minister, Dr. Eric Williams. Winning this seat marked the beginning of an incredibly long and dedicated period of service to the people of San Fernando East, a constituency he would represent for an astonishing 44 years, right up until his retirement from politics in 2015. This long tenure speaks volumes about the trust and connection he built with his constituents. Under the mentorship of Dr. Williams, Manning quickly rose through the party ranks. He served in various junior ministerial positions, learning the ropes of governance and public administration. He held portfolios in the Ministry of Finance and the Ministry of the Prime Minister, gaining experience in different facets of government. After Dr. Williams' death in 1981, George Chambers became Prime Minister, and Manning continued his service, eventually being appointed as the Minister of Information and later the Minister of Industry and Commerce and Minister of Energy and Natural Resources. This period was crucial for his development as a leader. The PNM faced a major defeat in the 1986 general election, losing every single seat they contested except for 3. Patrick Manning was one of only 3 PNM members to retain his seat, alongside Morris Marshall and Muriel Denoa McDavidson. Following this historic loss, the party was in disarray. It was during this challenging time that Manning stepped up. He became the leader of the opposition and was tasked with the monumental job of rebuilding the PNM from the ground up. He dedicated himself to modernizing the party and reconnecting with the electorate. His hard work paid off. In the 1991 general election, Patrick Manning led a revitalized PNM to a decisive victory. And at the age of 45, he became the 4th Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. His first term in office, from December 1991, was a period of significant economic reform. The country was facing challenges, and his government implemented policies focused on economic liberalization. This included floating the Trinidad and Tobago dollar and introducing the value-added tax, or VAT, which remains a cornerstone of the country's tax system today. These were bold moves aimed at stabilizing and modernizing the economy. However, his first term was cut short. In 1995, Facing political pressures, he called a snap election, a year earlier than constitutionally required. The election resulted in a tie, with both the PNM and the main opposition party, the United National Congress, or UNC, winning 17 seats each. The two remaining seats went to the National Alliance for Reconstruction, which chose to form a coalition with the UNC. As a result, Patrick Manning handed over power and returned to his role as leader of the opposition. But his story as prime minister was far from over. He spent the next 6 years rebuilding and strategizing. The political landscape remained volatile, leading to another election in 2001, which again resulted in an 18-18 tie between the PNM and the UNC. This constitutional crisis led to then-President Arthur N. R. Robinson appointing Patrick Manning as prime minister, a controversial decision at the time. Unable to elect a Speaker of the House in Trinidad and Tobago to 2002, another election was called in 2002. This time, Patrick Manning led the PNM to a clear victory, securing 20 seats to the UNC's 16, and began his second and longest stint as prime minister. The second tenure, from 2002 to 2010, is often remembered as a period of significant ambition and large-scale development, fueled by high global energy prices. Manning's government launched the Vision 2020 plan, a comprehensive national strategic plan aimed at transforming Trinidad and Tobago into a developed nation by the year 2020. This vision encompassed everything from economic diversification and infrastructure development to social programs and education reform. Under Vision 2020, the country saw a construction boom. Major projects included the development of the waterfront complex in Port of Spain, which includes the Hyatt Regency Hotel and the International Financial Center. The National Academy for the Performing Arts, both in Port of Spain and San Fernando, were also signature projects from this era, aimed at fostering culture and the arts. His government also invested heavily in social programs, such as free tertiary education through the Government Assistance for Tuition Expenses Program, known as GATE, and the Chronic Disease Assistance Program, which provided free medication for common chronic illnesses. These initiatives had a profound impact on the lives of many citizens. However, his leadership style and the vast expenditure on these megaprojects were not without criticism. Some argued that the focus on large-scale construction came at the expense of other essential services and that the country was not getting value for money. There were also concerns about transparency and governance. Despite these criticisms, supporters argue that Manning's vision was necessary to propel the country forward and create a modern, competitive nation. The question of whether he was a good prime minister is complex. It often depends on who you ask and what metrics you use. His supporters see a visionary leader who modernized the nation, while critics point to issues of overspending and governance. In 2010, amidst growing public discontent and internal party challenges, Manning once again called an early election. This time, the gamble did not pay off. His PNM party was defeated by a new coalition, the People's Partnership, led by Kamla Persad Bissessar. Following the loss, he resigned as the political leader of the PNM, a position he had held for 24 years. He continued to serve as the Member of Parliament for San Fernando East, till he retired from politics in 2015, ending an incredible 44-year career in public service. On a personal note, Patrick Manning was a family man. He was married to Hazel Manning, an educator who also served as a senator and a government minister during his tenure as prime minister. Together, they had 2 sons, Brian and David. His family life was often seen as a source of strength and stability for him throughout his demanding political career. Patrick Manning's legacy is a topic of continuous debate in Trinidad and Tobago. He was a leader of immense vision and ambition, who oversaw periods of both significant progress and considerable controversy. He was a career politician in the truest sense, dedicating his entire adult life to serving his country. From a young geologist to a 3-time prime minister, his journey is a testament to his perseverance and his deep-seated belief in the potential of his nation. He left office for the final time in May 2010. Sadly, Patrick Manning passed away on July 2, 2016. At the age of 69, after being diagnosed with a rare form of blood cancer, his passing was met with an outpouring of tributes from across the political spectrum, a testament to the impact he had on the nation, even among his political rivals. So, to recap, Patrick Manning was Trinidad and Tobago's fourth Prime Minister. He served two separate terms, first from 1991 to 1995, and again from 2002 to 2010. He was a lifelong member of the People's National Movement and a geologist by profession. Before entering politics, his legacy is defined by his Vision 2020 development plan, major infrastructure projects, and significant social programs like free tertiary education. He was a complex, visionary, and sometimes controversial leader who undoubtedly left a permanent mark on the landscape of Trinidad and Tobago. Thank you so much for joining us on this journey through the life of Patrick Manning. We hope you learned something new today. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the figures who have shaped our history. Let us know in the comments who you'd like us to cover next. See you in the next video.